Good morning and welcome to News Conference X-Ray, special segment of Today in LA Weekend. In a moment, Chuck Todd on the challenges facing Joe Biden and his vaccination rollout, and why a Southern California Republican congressman from a district that voted for Joe Biden chose to try and overturn the election. First, though, joining us is Congresswoman Katie Porter. She serves on the House Financial Services Committee. So, Congresswoman, you voted for impeachment, but the president's leaving in a few days anyway. What was the point?
I think the point is to send the strongest possible signal to the president that this was an impeachable offense. As we've seen, we look back at what's happened in our history to understand both what the framers of the Constitution wanted, but also how those rules have been applied going forward. And so by voting to impeach the president for his actions with regard to the violent attack on the Capitol, I think we are making clear that this is an act that violates his oath to protect our country.
What do you say to those who believe there are more important matters at hand, such as the pandemic and the economy, and that the Senate should not be distracted with a trial for a president who's already left office?
We've heard this kind of effort to deflect attention from the president before, and I think as we've shown in the past, we are able to do both. The people who are going to be working on the incredibly important task of helping families recover from this pandemic, of protecting them through a vaccine, are different people than are going to be the people working in the Senate. The Senate can absolutely do more than one thing at once. It's capable of it. Congress is capable of it, and we've shown it time and time again.
You've endorsed Mr. Biden's COVID relief plan, $1.9 trillion, and the importance of helping women in the workforce particularly. Why?
Well, we're seeing really terrible effects on our labor markets, particularly on women and women of color. So the latest jobs data that we have from the Bureau of Labor Statistics suggests that while men on aggregate began to regain some job losses, that women accounted for all of the job losses, particularly women of color, black women, and the studies back this up. Other research backs this up. A recent study by McKinsey found that 1 in 4 women is considering leaving the workforce, and 22% of the job losses, 22% of all women who work have left their jobs since the pandemic. And this has huge implications not only for single parents, for single mothers who are trying to make ends meet, but also for the global competitiveness of our workforce in the long term, which needs women to be in the workforce.
What do you hope happens?
I'm really excited about President-elect Biden's plan to invest in childcare and to start thinking about childcare as part of our economic infrastructure. Just like we need roads to get goods to and from, we need childcare so that workers, grandparents, those who care for young kids are able to do their jobs. And so I like both that his plan talks about investing in childcare, but also investing in those who do the work of childcare. Many of those are, again, brown and black women.
Congresswoman Katie Porter, Democrat of Orange County, thank you for taking the time.